Alycia at an events conference a couple years ago, and from the very first conversation I had with her, I was drawn to her. I heard her talk in front of the room, then I joined her lunch and learn that we did, and then we ended up in a small group later. And I feel like I was drawn to the way that her brain works. So if you're an entrepreneur or freelancer or anything, you don't have a big corporation behind you, sometimes the hardest thing to do is figure out the next step. And when I talked to Alycia and I explained to her the issue or the idea, even more so idea, we'll get into that later, explain an issue that I'm having, even if I can't name the specific block that I'm having, she can take what I've told her, turn it into questions to pose back to me and expose exactly where I'm getting stuck. And then from there, she has this magical brain that can see 3 steps ahead. Whereas I am stuck right here, all I can see is this wall in front of me, and she's knocking at the edge of the wall saying, this is what's on the other side. And we're not in the same niche, we're not in the same specialty, so she doesn't give me advice on the actual content. She lets me take my ideas, my systems that I want to work, and works with me to help me figure out what I'm missing. I think it comes from just being in a family of entrepreneurs and being an entrepreneur herself in so many different ways. She sees things that I don't. And there are parts of this work that you need an outside perspective on. And by this work, I mean starting a business. It's really hard to do in a solo silo. And she is someone that can clarify that, for me at least. And then on the other side of the coin, when she talks about sustainability, she was literally the very first person that ever introduced me to the concept of like economical stability and sustainability as like a human characteristic. And that perspective really helped me embrace the idea of sustainability. At first, it felt really daunting and overwhelming, and I was like, there's no way I can make an event 100% sustainable. It's like trying to eat 100% clean. If you don't have a ton of money, you can't do it. After hearing Alycia talk, I realized that it's not about being perfect and 100%. It's about making small but impactful and repetitive decisions that are more sustainable overall. And that's with your event, that's with your time and energy, and that's with the whole economy, economical system around you. It's a perspective that not a lot of people have, but for some reason, the way her brain works is completely different, and she makes everything bite-sized, digestible, and really easy to understand. Not to mention, she's cool as shit. A lot of interesting hobbies, so I recommend you ask her about that too.